Welcome to Lent 2019. We're so happy you are coming on this journey with us. Throughout Lent, we will be sharing daily devotions as well as sermons from our Wednesday night series titled Church Meet Disney. You have a lot in common. Our daily devotions are done by Pastor Matt Day from St. John's Lutheran Church and Pastor Diane Day at St. Thomas Lutheran Church in Charlestown, West Virginia. We hope you can join us for our Wednesdays in Lent. You are always welcome to join us. Take care, and God bless. Good morning, St. John's. Good morning, St. Thomas. I have your devotion for Tuesday, March 19th. Today is a special day. It's the day we commemorate Joseph, guardian of Jesus, father of Jesus. And I thought we would deviate from our traditional reading of the daily lectionary to talk a little bit about this feast day and to talk about Joseph himself. So the reading appointed for today is a bunch of different verses. It's Matthew 1, chapter 1, 16, 18 to 21, and then verse 24. Jacob, the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom Jesus was born, who is called the Messiah. Now the birth of Jesus the Messiah took place in this way. When his mother Mary had been engaged to Joseph, but before they lived together, she was found to be with child from the Holy Spirit. Her husband Joseph, being a righteous man and unwilling to expose her to public disgrace, planned to dismiss her quietly. But just when he had resolved to do this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife, for the child conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will bear a son, and you are to name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sin. When Joseph awoke from sleep, he did as the angel of the Lord commanded him, and he took her, Mary, as his wife. Joseph doesn't get a lot of attention. He kind of fades away after the birth narrative. Matthew really has him doing the most. Where in Luke's gospel, it really focuses on Mary, which, quite frankly, she did all the hard work, right? She should get some credit. She should get some face time. Matthew's gospel talks about Joseph. And there's a whole lot of theories why. That's not really relevant right now for a devotion. But I think it's important to remember that Joseph was a part of Jesus' life and played an influential role in Jesus' upbringing. Think of it like this. Where did Jesus learn his compassion? Where did Jesus learn how to be who he was, how to speak, how to act, how to think? He had good role models. When I was in college, I was living at the Newman Center for a year. It's a Catholic campus ministry house. That's where our campus ministry was meeting at Towson University. And I talked a lot to Father Bob. And he had some great insights into many different things. But one area he talked to me one time was about how if it wasn't for Joseph's parents, Jesus wouldn't have been who he was. And I think that's true. I think there is a part of Jesus being part God, but there is that human part. How did Jesus learn how to act as a good human being, as a person he was? I think it came from Mary and Joseph. What's sad is after the birth, Joseph kind of fades away, and a lot of people have theorized, was Joseph much older than Mary and he died? Why is he not talked about by the Gospels? There's a whole lot of theories, and we don't really know. Hollywood has portrayed it as Joseph dying. I saw one movie where it's right before Jesus goes out into his ministry that Joseph dies and Jesus is weeping at his tomb. I don't know. There's no way to understand or know what happened. But I think what is important on this day is that we stop and we think about Joseph. We stop and think about our own parents. How have they influenced us? Is it for the good? Is it for the bad? If you're a parent yourself, how are you living up? How are you ensuring that your child has good role models? You being the chief role model. What role models are you placing in their life? And if you don't have kids, how are you helping to bring up the next generation of people, of pastors, of leaders in our church? How are you being a mentor to maybe not just a kid, but to anyone? A young adult, an older adult. Think about these things. Joseph helped change the world by being a good father to Jesus. How do you want to change the world? You have a wonderful day, y'all. Enjoy this feast of St. Joseph. Have a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.